California Firearms Safety Certificate, FSC, exam. Question 1. What is the first rule of firearm safety? Option A. Keep the gun unloaded. Option B. Treat every firearm as if it were loaded. Option C. Keep your finger on the trigger. Option D. Point the gun at the ground. The correct answer is option B. Treat every firearm as if it were loaded. Treating every firearm as loaded ensures you never handle a gun carelessly even if you believe it is empty. Question 2. When should your finger be placed on the trigger? Option A. As soon as you pick up the firearm. Option B. When you are pointing at the target. Option C. Only when you are ready to fire. Option D. While you are cleaning the gun. The correct answer is option C. Only when you are ready to fire. To prevent accidental discharge, the finger must remain outside the trigger guard until you have made the conscious decision to shoot. Question 3. What is the safe direction to point a firearm? Option A. At the ceiling. Option B. At the floor. Option C. In a direction where an accidental discharge will not cause injury or damage. Option D. At a wall. The correct answer is option C. In a direction where an accidental discharge will not cause injury or damage. A safe direction means that if the gun were to go off, no one would be hurt and property damage would be minimal. Question 4. According to California law, what is the mandatory waiting period to pick up a firearm after purchase? Option A. 24 hours. Option B. 3 days. Option C. 10 days. Option D. 15 days. The correct answer is option C. 10 days. California requires a 10-day, 10 24-hour periods, waiting period for background checks and a cooling-off period. Question 5. How old must a person be to purchase a handgun in California? Option A. 18. Option B. 21. Option C. 25. Option D. 16. The correct answer is option B. 21. Federal and California law require an individual to be at least 21 years old to purchase a handgun from a licensed dealer. Question 6. What is a squib load? Option A. A very powerful shot. Option B. A malfunction where a bullet gets stuck in the barrel. Option C. A type of shotgun shell. Option D. A misfire where the gun does not fire at all. The correct answer is option B. A malfunction where a bullet gets stuck in the barrel. A squib load is dangerous because if another round is fired while the barrel is obstructed, the gun can explode. Question 7. If you have a hang fire, the gun doesn't fire immediately, how long should you wait before opening the action? Option A. 1 second. Option B. 5 seconds. Option C. 30 to 60 seconds. Option D. 10 minutes. The correct answer is option C. 30 to 60 seconds. A hang fire is a delayed ignition. Waiting at least 30 seconds prevents the gun from firing while the action is open and the casing is unsupported. Question 8. Under California law, what is the criminal penalty for leaving a loaded firearm where a child can gain access and cause injury? Option A. Infraction. Option B. Class C felony. Option C. A criminal storage of a firearm, felony or misdemeanor. Option D. No penalty if it was an accident. The correct answer is option C. Criminal storage of a firearm, felony or misdemeanor. California has strict child access prevention (CAP) laws that hold gun owners criminally liable if a child gains access to an unsecured firearm. Question 9. What does know your target and what is beyond it mean? Option A. Only look at the bullseye. Option B. Be aware of the background so you don't hit bystanders if the bullet passes through the target. Option C. Check your target with a magnifying glass. Option D. Shoot only at paper targets. The correct answer is option B. Be aware of the background so you don't hit bystanders if the bullet passes through the target. Bullets can travel through walls or targets. You must ensure the entire path of the bullet is safe. Question 10. Is a safety on a firearm a foolproof mechanical device? Option A. Yes. Option B. No, it is a mechanical device that can fail. Option C. Yes, if the gun is new. Option D. Only on handguns. The correct answer is option B. No, it is a mechanical device that can fail. A mechanical safety is a supplement to safe handling and can fail. Always follow the 4 rules of safety regardless of the safety switch position. Question 11. When transporting a handgun in a vehicle, it must be option A, under the seat, option B, in the glove box, option C, in a locked container or the trunk, option D, in a holster on the hip. The correct answer is option C, in a locked container or the trunk. Handguns must be unloaded and kept in a locked container, excluding the utility/glove compartment, or in the vehicle's trunk. Question 12. Can a person who is a prohibited person, e.g., felon or domestic violence convict, legally own a firearm? Option A. Yes, after 5 years. Option B. Only for hunting. Option C. No, never. Option D. Only if it is a gift. The correct answer is option C. No, never. Individuals with certain criminal convictions or mental health histories are barred for life, or specific terms, from possessing firearms. Question 13. What is the primary purpose of a double-action revolver? Option A. It fires 2 bullets at once. Option B. The trigger performs 2 actions, cocks the hammer and releases it. Option C. It requires 2 hands to fire. Option D. It has 2 barrels. The correct answer is option B. The trigger performs 2 actions, cocks the hammer and releases it. In a double action, the trigger pull both cocks the hammer and fires the weapon. Question 14. What is the most common cause of firearm accidents? Option A. Defective ammunition. Option B. Mechanical failure. Option C. Ignorance and carelessness. Option D. Bad weather. The correct answer is option C. Ignorance and carelessness. Most accidents result from failing to follow the 4 basic rules of firearm safety. Question 15. Where should ammunition be stored for maximum safety? Option A. In the same locked box as the gun. Option B. In a separate locked container away from the firearm. Option C. In a kitchen drawer. Option D. In the glove box of a car. The correct answer is option B. In a separate locked container away from the firearm. Storing ammunition separately prevents an unauthorized user, like a child, from easily loading and using the firearm. Question 16. To clear a firearm, you must: option A. Fire it into the air. Option B. Remove the magazine and check the chamber visually and physically. Option C. Check the safety. Option D. Look down the barrel from the front. The correct answer is option B. Remove the magazine and check the chamber visually and physically. Clearing involves removing the source of ammunition and verifying the chamber is empty by sight and touch. Question 17. What is muzzle discipline? Option A. Cleaning the muzzle daily. Option B. Always keeping the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Option C. Using a silencer. Option D. Keeping the muzzle hot. The correct answer is option B. Always keeping the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Muzzle discipline is the practice of never letting the muzzle point at anything you are not willing to destroy. Question 18. In California, all firearm sales/transfers, including private sales, must be conducted through: option A. The local police station. Option B. The DMV. Option C. A licensed firearms dealer, FFL. Option D. The post office. The correct answer is option C. A licensed firearms dealer, FFL. Private party transfers, PPT, must go through an FFL to ensure a background check and 10-day wait are completed. Question 19. Which of the following is not one of the 4 basic safety rules? Option A. Keep the finger off the trigger. Option B. Treat every gun as loaded. Option C. Keep the gun in a leather holster at all times. Option D. Know your target and what is beyond it. The correct answer is option C. Keep the gun in a leather holster at all times. While holsters are useful, they are not one of the big 4 universal safety rules. Question 20. What should you do if you find a gun in a public place? Option A, pick it up and see if it is loaded. Option B, leave it alone and call the police immediately. Option C, take it home and clean it. Option D, hand it to a child to hold. The correct answer is option B. Leave it alone and call the police immediately. Never touch an abandoned firearm, secure the area and wait for law enforcement. Question 21. What is the action of a firearm? Option A, the speed of the bullet. Option B, the part that loads, fires and ejects the cartridge. Option C, the recoil felt by the shooter. Option D, the sound the gun makes. The correct answer is option B, the part that loads, fires and ejects the cartridge. The action is the moving parts of the firearm that handle the cycling of ammunition. Question 22. What is a magazine? Option A, a book about guns. Option B, a device that holds cartridges and feeds them into the chamber. Option C, the end of the barrel. Option D, the handle of the gun. The correct answer is option B, a device that holds cartridges and feeds them into the chamber. The magazine, either internal or detachable, stores the ammunition before it is moved into the chamber. Question 23. What is rifling? Option A, the act of cleaning a gun. Option B, grooves in the barrel that spin the bullet for accuracy. Option C, the process of buying a gun. Option D, a type of camouflage. The correct answer is option B, grooves in the barrel that spin the bullet for accuracy. Rifling imparts a spin on the bullet which stabilizes it in flight, similar to a football. Question 24. Can a safety be used as a substitute for safe handling? Option A, yes. Option B, no. Option C, only on the shooting range. Option D, only for experienced shooters. The correct answer is option B, no. Safe handling rules apply at all times regardless of whether the safety is engaged. Question 25. Which of the following is the most important factor in firearm cleaning? Option A, using a lot of oil. Option B, making sure the firearm is unloaded before you begin. Option C, cleaning only the outside. Option D, using a wire brush on the handle. The correct answer is option B, making sure the firearm is unloaded before you begin. Cleaning is a common time for accidents. You must verify the gun is empty before any maintenance. Question 26. When shooting at a target, you should be sure the backstop is? Option A, made of steel. Option B, solid enough to stop the bullet and prevent ricochets. Option C, a thin wooden fence. Option D, a body of water. The correct answer is option B, solid enough to stop the bullet and prevent ricochets. A proper backstop, like an earthen mound, safely captures the bullet. Question 27. What is the legal age to purchase a long gun, rifle/shotgun, in California, with some exceptions? Option A, 16. Option B, 18. Option C, 21. Option D, 25. The correct answer is option C, 21. As of recent CA laws, the age to purchase most firearms including long guns has been raised to 21 with very limited exceptions. Question 28. What is the bore of a firearm? Option A, the length of the gun. Option B, the inside of the barrel. Option C, the weight of the gun. Option D, the trigger pull weight. The correct answer is option B, the inside of the barrel. The bore is the interior tube of the barrel that the bullet travels through. Question 29. If you are at a shooting range and hear the command cease fire, you should? Option A, finish your magazine. Option B, put on your safety and wait. Option C, immediately stop shooting and keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Option D, change your target. The correct answer is option C, immediately stop shooting and keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. A ceasefire means there is a safety issue, you must stop all activity immediately. Question 30. What is the risk of using the wrong caliber ammunition in a firearm? Option A, the gun will be more accurate. Option B, The gun may explode or fail dangerously. Option C. The bullet will just fall out. Option D. There is no risk. The correct answer is option B. The gun may explode or fail dangerously. Only use the specific caliber marked on the firearm's barrel or slide. Question 31. What is recoil? Option A. The sound of the gun. Option B. The backward kick of the firearm when fired. Option C. The speed of the bullet. Option D. The way the trigger feels. The correct answer is option B. The backward kick of the firearm when fired. Recoil is the equal and opposite reaction to the bullet being pushed forward. Question 32. What is the safety on a bolt-action rifle? Option A. The trigger. Option B. A lever or button that blocks the firing mechanism. Option C. The bolt handle. Option D. The scope. The correct answer is option B. A lever or button that blocks the firing mechanism. The safety is designed to prevent the firing pin from striking the primer accidentally. Question 33. Can you consume alcohol and then go shooting? Option A. Yes, as long as you aren't drunk. Option B. No, alcohol and drugs should never be used while handling firearms. Option C. Only if you are on private property. Option D. Only beer is allowed. The correct answer is option B. No, alcohol and drugs should never be used while handling firearms. Intoxication and firearms are a deadly combination. Impaired judgment leads to safety violations. Question 34. When handing a firearm to another person, you should: Option A. Hand it to them loaded so they can see it works. Option B. Open the action and verify it is unloaded before handing it over. Option C. Throw it to them. Option D. Keep your finger on the trigger. The correct answer is option B. Open the action and verify it is unloaded before handing it over. Always present a firearm to another person with the action open and empty. Question 35. In California, a Firearms Safety Certificate, FSC, is valid for how many years? Option A. 1 year. Option B. 5 years. Option C. 10 years. Option D. Lifetime. The correct answer is option B. 5 years. An FSC is valid for 5 years from the date of issuance. Question 36. What is the chamber of a firearm? Option A. The part that holds the magazine. Option B. The part of the barrel where the cartridge is seated before firing. Option C. The handle. Option D. The storage box. The correct answer is option B. The part of the barrel where the cartridge is seated before firing. The chamber is the specific area where the cartridge sits when it is ready to be fired. Question 37. What is a misfire? Option A. When the gun fires twice. Option B. When the primer fails to ignite the powder. Option C. When the gun is too loud. Option D. When you miss the target. The correct answer is option B. When the primer fails to ignite the powder. A misfire occurs when the trigger is pulled but nothing happens. Question 38. What is dry firing? Option A. Firing a gun in the desert. Option B. Pulling the trigger on an empty chamber for practice. Option C. Firing a gun without oil. Option D. Firing into a dry target. The correct answer is option B. Pulling the trigger on an empty chamber for practice. Dry firing is a common practice for improving trigger control but should only be done after verifying the gun is empty. Question 39. Which of the followed is considered an unsafe backstop? Option A. A large pile of sand. Option B. A brick wall, potential ricochet. Option C. A specialized shooting range trap. Option D. A deep dirt bank. The correct answer is option B. A brick wall, potential ricochet. Hard surfaces like bricks or water can cause bullets to ricochet, bounce, in unpredictable directions. Question 40. When is it legal to brandish a firearm in a threatening manner in California? Option A. When you are angry at a driver. Option B. Only in a situation of lawful self-defense. Option C. Whenever you want to show off. Option D. To scare a neighbor's dog. The correct answer is option B. Only in a situation of lawful self-defense. Brandishing a firearm is a crime unless it is a justified act of self-defense. Question 41. What should you do if your firearm is stolen? Option A. Nothing. Option B. Report it to local law enforcement within 5 days. Option C. Wait a month to see if it turns up. Option D. Buy a new one immediately. The correct answer is option B. Report it to local law enforcement within 5 days. California law requires the reporting of lost or stolen firearms to the police within a specific timeframe, usually 5 days. Question 42. What is a centerfire cartridge? Option A. A cartridge with the primer in the center of the base. Option B. A cartridge for a specific type of rifle. Option C. A cartridge that only fires from the center of the range. Option D. An old type of ammunition. The correct answer is option A. A cartridge with the primer in the center of the base. Centerfire is common for most modern handguns and rifles. Question 43. What is a rimfire cartridge? Option A. A cartridge with no primer. Option B. A cartridge where the primer is in the rim of the base. Option C. A cartridge for a shotgun. Option D. A very large caliber. The correct answer is option B. A cartridge where the primer is in the rim of the base. Rimfire, like .22 LR, is common for target practice and small game hunting. Question 44. Why is it dangerous to store a loaded gun in the house? Option A. The gun might rust. Option B. Unauthorized persons or children may find it and cause a tragedy. Option C. It is against the law to ever have a loaded gun. Option D. The ammunition will expire. The correct answer is option B. Unauthorized persons or children may find it and cause a tragedy. Unsecured loaded firearms are the leading cause of accidental shootings in the home. Question 45. What is a decocker on a semi-automatic pistol? Option A. A tool for cleaning. Option B. A lever that safely lowers the hammer without firing the gun. Option C. A type of magazine. Option D. A holster. The correct answer is option B. A lever that safely lowers the hammer without firing the gun. A decocker allows a shooter to return a cocked hammer to the down position without touching the trigger. Question 46. What is the caliber of a firearm? Option A. The weight of the gun. Option B. The diameter of the bore/bullet. Option C. The length of the barrel. Option D. The price of the gun. The correct answer is option B. The diameter of the bore/bullet. Caliber is the measurement of the width of the bullet/bore, e.g. .45 or 9 mm. Question 47. What does ejecting mean in firearm terms? Option A. Loading the gun. Option B. Throwing the spent casing out of the action after firing. Option C. Cleaning the barrel. Option D. Aiming the gun. The correct answer is option B. Throwing the spent casing out of the action after firing. The ejector pushes the empty shell out to make room for a new round. Question 48. Where is the serial number of a firearm located? Option A. On the ammunition. Option B. Engraved on the frame or receiver. Option C. On the cleaning kit. Option D. Only on the box. The correct answer is option B. Engraved on the frame or receiver. The serial number is the unique identifier for the firearm and is required by law. Question 49. Is it safe to rely on a gun's safety while climbing a tree or crossing a fence? Option A. Yes. Option B. No, you should unload the firearm before crossing obstacles. Option C. Only if it is a shotgun. Option D. Only if you are a professional. The correct answer is option B. No, you should unload the firearm before crossing obstacles. When your physical balance is at risk, you should unload the gun to prevent an accidental discharge if you fall. Question 50. What is the grip of a handgun? Option A. The part you hold with your hand. Option B. The end of the barrel. Option C. The sights. Option D. The trigger. The correct answer is option A. The part you hold with your hand. The grip, or frame/handle, is where the shooter holds the weapon. Question 51. What is trigger follow-through? Option A. Running after a target. Option B. Maintaining the trigger position and focus after the shot is fired. Option C. Pulling the trigger as fast as possible. Option D. Stopping immediately after the click. The correct answer is option B. Maintaining the trigger position and focus after the shot is fired. Follow-through is essential for accuracy in target shooting. Question 52. Can a person be prohibited from owning a gun due to a mental health commitment? Option A. No. Option B. Yes, if they were a danger to themselves or others. Option C. Only if they are over 65. Option D. Only if they want a handgun. The correct answer is option B. Yes, if they were a danger to themselves or others. Welfare and Institutions Code 5150/5250 can result in temporary or permanent firearms prohibitions. Question 53. What should you do if you are unsure how a specific firearm operates? Option A. Figure it out by pulling the trigger. Option B. Read the owner's manual or ask a qualified instructor. Option C. Take it apart with a hammer. Option D. Spray it with oil and hope it works. The correct answer is option B. Read the owner's manual or ask a qualified instructor. Never operate an unfamiliar firearm without proper instruction or the manual. Question 54. Which of the following is a safe way to store a firearm? Option A. On a high shelf where kids can't reach. Option B. Under a pillow. Option C. In a CA-approved gun safe or with a DOJ-approved locking device. Option D. In a glass display case with no lock. The correct answer is option C. In a CA-approved gun safe or with a DOJ-approved locking device. California requires firearms to be sold with a DOJ-approved safety device or proof of a gun safe. Question 55. What is sight alignment? Option A. Looking through the scope. Option B. The relationship between the front and rear sights is seen by the eye. Option C. Cleaning the lenses. Option D. Closing both eyes while shooting. The correct answer is option B. The relationship between the front and rear sights is seen by the eye. Proper alignment of the front and rear sights is the key to hitting the target. Question 56. What is the hammer of a firearm? Option A. A tool to fix the gun. Option B. The part that strikes the firing pin or primer to fire the cartridge. Option C. The handle of a revolver. Option D. The heavy part of the barrel. The correct answer is option B. The part that strikes the firing pin or primer to fire the cartridge. The hammer provides the kinetic energy needed to ignite the primer. Question 57. If a firearm is double action only DOW? Option A. It can only be fired by cocking the hammer first. Option B. It cannot be cocked manually, every trigger pull cocks and fires the gun. Option C. It has two triggers. Option D. It is always twice as loud. The correct answer is option B. It cannot be cocked manually, every trigger pull cocks and fires the gun. DOW firearms are common for concealed carry as they provide a consistent, usually heavier, trigger pull. Question 58. In California, are you required to perform a background check for every firearm purchase? Option A. No. Option B. Yes, even for private party transfers. Option C. Only for handguns. Option D. Only if you are under 25. The correct answer is option B. Yes, even for private party transfers. California universal background check laws require an FFL to process all transfers. Question 59. What is dry storage for ammunition? Option A. Storing it in a pool. Option B. Storing it in a cool, dry place to prevent degradation of the powder and primer. Option C. Storing it in the oven. Option D. Storing it in a bucket of sand. The correct answer is option B. Storing it in a cool, dry place to prevent degradation of the powder and primer. Moisture can cause ammunition to corrode or fail to fire. Dud. Question 60. What is the first thing you should do when you pick up a firearm? Option A. Check the sights. Option B. Put your finger on the trigger. Option C. Point it in a safe direction and check if it is loaded. Option D. Dry fire it. The correct answer is option C. Point it in a safe direction and check if it is loaded. Immediate muzzle control and clearing the weapon are the first steps of safe handling.